Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Abby, your piano teacher. In the previous video, we learned how to read musical notes on the staff. And in this video, we'll continue to learn how to read music, and we'll focus on the key signature, time signature, notes values, and rest values. To begin with, let's look at the lines on the staff. Besides the 5 horizontal lines, there are also vertical lines on the staff. These vertical lines are called bar lines. Bar lines divide the staff into short sections. The space between two bar lines is called a measure or a bar. Typically, measures are numbered in order to help us keep track of where we are whenever we are playing a song. Let's move on to the key signature. At the beginning of a piece of music, there is a key signature sign immediately after the clef. The key signature tells us about the sharps and flats to be used. If you forgot what sharps and flats are, you may watch the video of lesson 2. Let's take a look at this key signature. A sharp is written on the 5th line where F is located, indicating that all the F notes in this piece will be played F sharp. This piece of music is in the key of G major. In fact, in lesson 6 and lesson 7, we also talk about the 12 major scales, and I've explained that in the key of G major, there is one sharp, which is F sharp. Similarly, if there is one flat in the key signature, that song is in the key of F major, and all the B notes in that song will be played B flat. Here is a summary of the key signatures. When there is no sharp or flat right after the clef, the song is in the key of C major, and all the notes you are playing on the piano will be the white keys. However, sometimes during the course of a piece of music, other sharps or flats which are not included in the key signature may appear suddenly before a note. Sharps and flats used in this way are called accidentals. Once an accidental is written, it remains in force until the end of the measure. At the same time, a sharp or a flat in the key signature may be cancelled by the use of a natural sign. And let's study this example. This piece is in the key of C major, so normally no sharps or flats will be played. The notes in the first measure are G, F, E, F. But in the second measure, a flat is written before the E note, so E will be played E flat. The next one is E flat 2, not E, because the accidental is valid for the entire measure. In the third note, a natural sign is written before the E note, meaning that the previous flat is cancelled, so the notes will be played E natural. The next one is F. After the bar line is a new measure. The previous accidentals become invalid. Hence, in the third measure, the first note is E, and the remaining notes are F and middle C. Apart from the key signature, a time signature is also written at the beginning of a piece of music, right after the key signature. The common time signatures are 4/4, 3/4, and 2/4. The top number in the time signature shows how many beats there are in a measure, and the bottom number tells us what kind of notes gets one beat. You may have no idea what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna help you understand what rhythm is by clapping and counting. To illustrate the time signature, let's start with 4/4 time, also called common time because it's so common. The top number 4 indicates that there are 4 beats in each measure. The bottom number 4 means that quarter notes or crotchets gets 1 beat. The quarter note symbol is a black note head with a stem. In this example, the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. When it's in 3/4 time, this means that there are 3 beats in each measure, so the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Similarly, for 2/4 time, there are 2 beats in each measure, so the rhythm is 1, 2, 1, 2. However, in a piece of music, you will usually come across different note values. The value means how long the notes last. For example, a half note or minimum, which has a white note head with a stem, lasts for 2 beats. So 1 half note equals 2 quarter notes in duration. In 4/4 time, the rhythm can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 quarter notes are replaced with a half note, but there are still 4 beats in total in each measure. And a whole note or semi-brief, which has a white note head without a stem, lasts for 4 beats, meaning that it's equal to 2 half notes or 4 quarter notes. A whole note may also appear in 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some notes have 1 or more flats. An eighth note or quaver is like a quarter note plus a flat. And 2 eighth notes equal 1 quarter note. 4 eighth notes equal 1 half note. And 8 eighth notes equal 1 whole note. The eighth notes can be tied together with a beam. For beginners, it can be challenging for you to count your rhythm with eighth notes because you need to play the notes faster. And you also have to make sure that the duration of 2 eighth notes are equal to 1 quarter note. In this example, the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Let's clap and count the rhythm together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not easy, is it? Let's try to count the rhythm in another way. We count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4. Using half beats makes it easier for us to count the eighth notes. Let's count aloud. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In this example, the rhythm can be counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Remember 1 quarter notes equals 2 eighth notes, so when you count the quarter notes, make sure to hold it longer. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In fact, we can add more flats to the notes. When there are 2 flats, it's a 16th note or semi-quaver, and 2 16th notes equal 1 eighth note. Similarly, when there are 3 flats, it's a 32nd note or demi-semi-quaver, and 1 32nd note lasts half as long as a 16th note, and twice as long as a 64th note or hemi-demi-semi-quaver. But it will be too difficult for beginners to count these note values. Just knowing how to count your rhythm with eighth notes is good enough. Sometimes you will see dotted notes. When a dot is placed after a note, an extra half of the note's original length is added. For example, in this dotted half note, the duration is 3 beats. The half note itself lasts for 2 beats, and the dot adds half of the value of the note, and half of 2 is 1, so the dot adds 1 beat. 2 plus 1 equals 3 beats. In the following measures, the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Music does not consist only of sounds, it includes silences too. The signs used for silences are called rest. The duration values of rest are equal to their note counterparts. A quarter rest receives the same duration as a quarter note. A half rest receives the same duration as a half note. A whole rest receives the same duration as a whole note. And there are 8th rest, 16th rest, 32nd rest, 64 rest, and so on. Of course, if you are familiar with the song, it will be easier for you to count your rhythm. After this lesson, you may choose a song that you are interested in, take a look at the sheet's music, and check what the key signature is. Is there any accidental? What is the time signature, and can you count the rhythm? Let me know in the comments. So now you have learned the basics of how to read sheet music. If you find this lesson helpful, make sure to give me a thumbs up. In the next lesson, I'll explain some musical terms or symbols that always appear in a piece of music. If you want to learn more about reading music, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. Thanks so much for learning with me, and I'll see you again next week for a new lesson here on my YouTube channel. Bye!